watching Olsen Spec.
This 1980 911 SC has been an ongoing project here in the shop, and now we're continuing the project. When it first came in, we did a new suspension, lowering it down, and a custom interior with a special sound package that sounds really nice. On top of that, we added a numeric racing shifter and these custom bucket seats. Now it's back in for more work. The dash is going to come out and is going to get rewrapped along with the lower dash. It's getting a new custom gauges and a new roof liner along with a new wiring harness.
Is this good content, Sam?
Huh?
Is this good content?
The best.
Get a close up.
I am. Many people think you have to do our restorations in one big go and then it's going to cost a huge amount of money. Whereas you can do it just like this owner has, where we do it little by little and bit by bit and piecemeal what exactly is the best plan of action for you in the restoration of your 911. Alex here is making sure to note where all the different plugs go for the gauges so that as they're sent out to be customized, we can easily plug them back in and they'll work properly just like they did before. Good, I got it.
But how about
I like that.
we should get
Just like a...
And I can't see
Perfect. One of the real benefits of getting to extend out the restoration like this is that we get more time to know you and exactly what your tastes are so that we can dial in our plan over a longer period of time. Now this particular video is just going to be about the removal of the dash. Luckily, I've got a serious expert who can explain a bunch of the details of exactly how we do that.
Fun fact, 911 SC or any 911 G body, how to take the dashboard out. So in 1 minute or less, if you have a pre-83, you must remove the windshield because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws this way. On a 84 and later, you don't take the windshield out, but on an 83 and earlier, you do. So you've got like 6 screws right here. And then on the other side of this gauge, about right here, if you take this gauge out, you've got a screw right there. And then you've got a screw on that side and a screw on this side. Then the next thing you gotta do is you gotta pop the hood. And when you go through the hood, there's 3 screws in here. Let me open up this hood and pull this guy back here. So in here, there's 3 screws, Sam. You're gonna have to go way up inside there. And you'll see the other end here. There's a screw right there. You see that up inside there? See that little guy?
Yep.
That little guy, right? So there's one there, there's one here, there's one here, and there's one on that side, all in the same position, oriented, facing you. Once you get those guys out, you have to take the other gauge out of here and point it down. There's a screw right here. You can get this way if you have your heater box out, but it's easier to go through the gauges. There's a screw facing down here, and there's a screw facing down here. Once you have all of those guys, then you stick a little trim tool in here, and there's a clip right here. You just pop those guys up, and the dashboard comes right out. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yep, that's accurate. So it's a bunch of little fasteners, but they're hidden going this way. Here, to recap, 3 on that side, and 2 right here. It'll come right out.
broke the mushroom tip.
Now you can't warranty it now.
This was Harbor Freight.
Which light is which? You see that?
Oh yeah.
So that's a high beam.
But Alex is taking the gauges.
I think that's regular lights or high beams. I don't know. I don't know.
There's gonna be a lot of footage of just over Alex's shoulder doing shit, doing stuff. One thing I want to talk more about is the engine. We are fully restoring mechanically this engine. No beautification will be done to make any of the metal parts look shinier, but anything that makes it run better and faster, we're doing. All the way down to a split case, and it's getting increased to 3.4 liters with a slip-in cylinder. We're really excited to see how this thing roars once we put it all back together. All right, time to get these things on the road. Custom! Alex is so greedy, he needs all the gauges. All of them. There's not enough.
I need all of them. I need to know.
Bruh. Wow, there it is. After all that time. Hey guys, we got the 911 SC getting work done over here by Alex, and what he's been doing is getting the brand new Kroon wiring harness installed. He's been testing all the fuses, making sure everything is working properly. And you may ask, why do you need a new wiring harness if it's working? Well, the wires age, they wear, they're hot, then they're cold, and you gotta remember this is getting to be pretty old stuff, and you don't know who's been messing with this. You know, in 1991, some guy tried to do something and he broke it. And you're chasing, trying to figure out what's wrong with your car, when a new wiring harness solves all of your problems. So while we've got it all torn apart, while we're installing a new roof liner, a new carpet, one thing we always like to recommend, if you've got it open, new wiring harness is gonna make you really happy in the long run.
top.
Wait, a little funnel?
Yeah.
Wow, you're fancy.
Like that you don't spill it. Because now it just like rolls over the whole thing.
Man. Crafts with Alex. Alright, let's see how this works.
Just, see that? See that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you learn something new every day, Alex.
I do.
Tips with Alex. Alex is installing some carpet on this 1980 911 SC. Showed me a cool little trick. How not to have it spill everywhere while you're pouring. You tape it up like this so that when you pour it, it comes out nice and smooth. The more you know. Right, Alex?
Yeah, exactly. The more you know, the more you can do.
Alex looking for any excuse to do some metal work.
Right? It was a little bent. I gotta put it back together.
Fixed it.
Fix it.
Oh, butter. Yeah. You got that technique.
Oh, it's a video.
Is it?
What you got to say?
What I gotta say? About you?
Yeah.
I think you're a very nice young man.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Respect.
Respect.